Alright, here we are. Match 3. Made it to the finals in a tournament that I'm happy to have made this far with the deck that I made. This has taken me so much longer doing all this editing stuff. However, I think I'm going to get much faster. Thanks for being a part of this experiment. If you are watching this, I greatly appreciated it. Again, we have all of our mana base. Very good draw. I'm quite happy with this this draw. The Jeskai Elder, again, hopefully going to be doing work. We see red-black again. There's that ding. There's that sound. Another video done. Alright, Soul Summons. Soul Summons is a bit of an issue because I'm not going to be able to just prowess past it. Because my Dragon Scale Boom costs 4, I'm not even going to fake the attack. I do have my bear out, baring my teeth, or he's burying his teeth. And here he as well has a 2-1. Both of our decks are coming out fast. Although my early drops are mainly for powering up purposes, I'm more interested in just having a stable board for the late game. Here we go. Bold move, attacking with both. It would be ideal for him to block this, I would think. That way I can Dragon Scale Boon something. Actually, it doesn't really matter, because if he doesn't, I will be able to untap something and block. He decides to block the Jeskai Elder, forcing me to play a spell. Good move by him. If you can, you try to force your opponent's tricks out of their hands in situations when it's going to be the best for you to have it happen. By that I mean it was the best for him right now to have Dragon Scale Boom go off because he's going to have more time to deal with it later. In this case, it was even more beneficial because he had a Wild Slash, which killed my Jeskai Elder before her prowess triggered, thus making my instant spell null. So he 2-for-1'd me. And now there's a Goblin Heel Cutter with haste. And now I'm taking a mountain of damage, and my Einok Guide is sleeping when he should be on guard duty. Wake up. Okay. Yeah, so that is how you take a lot of damage in Magic. To attack or not to attack. I'm probably inclined to attack. Maybe not. No, yes. I do have the Ethereal Ambush. That's why it's something I'm curious about whether or not I should do. I do kind of want to get the damage in. I want the game to be earlier sooner than later. And the Ethereal Ambush is going to let me sneak in some guys, even if he does shoot in the Goblin Heel Cutter, because I can instant them in during the blocking step after the Goblin Heel Cutter would have gotten his ability. When Goblin Heel Cutter is dashed, when you play him with dash, you're able to tap a creature defending player controls. But if you play the Ethereal Ambush after he's already attacked, you will not be able to use that ability. However, here he has chosen not to. Perhaps because he knows I have a trick. He probably even could guess that I would have Ethereal Ambush. Which I'm going to play. Ethereal Ambush, pretty good card. The instant, the fact that it's an instant is what makes it so strong. I decided not to play it there. I think I decided not to play because I would not have been blocking anyways. I wanted to. I like to have at least a creature-rich board. I don't like to. Well, that was. Let me just say it was a bold decision not to block with those with those manifest tokens. But I did intend on playing it. Drawing that land was unfortunate. However, the board is not too unstable. Bearing in mind, I know that he has a Goblin Heel Cutter in his hand. So getting the Avid Surveyor out is a must. However, what to bounce is not that clear to me. The manifest, if I got rid of it, there's about what, just under a 50% chance that I would just be giving a land back to him, because most people have 18 lands in their deck. However, the manifest, just as a 2/2 on the board, is not doing too much. In particular, in this context where I have 3 2/2s that are capable of blocking it. I really want to attack here, but I'm starting to realize that it's time for me to play a bit intelligently, a bit defensively, stem the bleeding, get the Avid Surveyor out there. Now here, looking on this board, there's nothing that I believed returning to his hand would have helped. Most of the time you return creatures to the hand because it gives you more tempo. However, in this case, I felt like it may just be more intelligent to have the biggest thing on the board. So I decided to give the Avid Surveyor its +1/+1 counter, which is something that I think is rarely done. In this narrow circumstances, I think it was not necessarily a bad move. If I'm going to put the shields up, you're going to go all shields, right? Magic is about committing. So here we go. And it worked. I have successfully... Oh, the singing bell strike. What? Whose bell will I be ringing today? So, seeing as he missed his land drop, at the time of this initial recording, I don't even know if I noticed that he missed his land drop. Now I can definitely notice that he did. He could be waiting to play some of his more powerful spells. It may be intelligent to get in with that Avid Surveyor and start evening up these life totals. I mean, I do know, again, I know he has the Heel Cutter. I'm not sure what other combat tricks he may have. However, you don't win a game by sitting on your butt. You got to send them in. I also decided to save the Bell Strike for sort of a game-winning scenario, which is what it is known for. I had a little drink of water there. By the way, in the Dominican Republic, tap water is unsafe, so I have to get my water from this from a colmado, which is sort of like I guess you can think of it as a corner store. In the United States, sometimes they're called bodegas. Anyways, I get it there in giant bottles, which we call batallones. So this water took a little while to make its way into my gullet. Okay. Oh man, we drew a mana. So we're drawing all the best cards. Not just any mana either, a tap mana. Which, you know what, actually isn't too terrible in this scenario. Getting a tap mana means I get to gain a life. Life is relevant in this match. He plays his Heel Cutter untapped, which is good. It means that he is also starting to think defensively. It's time to ring some bells. With him missing land drops, Singing Bell Strike actually is quite relevant. It's going to take him at least 2 turns before he's able to untap the Heel Cutter. And when he does, he'll also be not doing anything else. Again, Singing Bell Strike. You know, it's not the world's worst card. Here we have another Goblin Heel Cutter, which would explain how DM Morpheus may have made it to the finals of this matchup. Goblin Heel Cutters, I will say, is a very good card. I don't think I've ever had 2 in a sealed pool, but if I did, it would be hard not to play red. I really think it's that good. And here he's coming with an attack, and he has changed his mind. Life totals are even. I'm flipping up my Scion, my Manifest, because I had the mana to spare, and I drew more. My other Manifest is, of course, a Forest. So basically, the next person that commits is either going to win or they're going to lose from the lashback. I decide to attack in, which is a bold move given that he is able to tap out one of my creatures, probably my Scion. I have nothing else in my hand. What I was hoping, to be honest, I do forget how this game plays out. I was hoping that he would think that the cards in my hand were relevant spells, maybe an Ethereal Ambush, maybe something to dissuade him from attacking in with his creatures. Also, he could give his Leaping Master flying, which would hit me in the skies as well. And he is realizing that it is a good time to hurt me, what with my defenses relatively down. And he comes. Whenever the Mardu Shadow Spear attacks, I lose 1 life, and he's also tapping my Scion because I revealed it to him, showing him that it was in fact something worth tapping, or something worth rendering unblockable. So again, we're seeing not going to power him up. We're not seeing the world's best playing here. However, I don't think I'm the worst. So I'm going to kill the Heel Cutter. Stop the Leaping Master, because if he does find a way to kill my Avon, then he's going to be able to launch him into the sky and finish me off. And Warflare untaps his creatures, and that will just sort of offset all of my careful thinking. Oh, heyo, mana. So we kind of got flooded here at the end. If we had drawn some spells, maybe things would have gone differently. I don't know if I played this game the best. However, drawing all that mana at the end wasn't perhaps the most favorable thing to have happen to me. Here he goes. He's going in for the win. I'm faking the Ethereal Ambush again. That's the only reason why I haven't conceded. And I generally don't like conceding unless it's going to be a long process that's annoying for both players. If I'm the one that just has to deal with it, then it's not a big deal. Anyways, see you next match. Hopefully we can come back.